Okay, we're going to try out the Insta360 Go2 on probably my smoothest drone, but it's a windy day. Well, it looks like I ripped the ground pad off of the flight controller. I can't tell if it's completely off or if I'll be able to solder that back on or not. I'll find out. You know, I thought about going back out with a different drone, but it's just too windy, and I'm not that good. XT30's not the best. and I never did anything to really tighten it up, and I should have. I might have ruined my flight controller. I will have a update on what's going on with the flight controller. If I can fix it, I will. If I can't, I guess I got to get a new one. And they're not cheap. The drone wasn't cheap to begin with, but they're not cheap. It's probably hard to see. Flight controller, I ripped the ground pad right off of there. Just looking at it from this angle, it doesn't look like there's anything left to solder to. Just gonna set this one aside for now. I think I got 3 or 4, maybe 5 that are down for repairs. And the thing is about these is they get old very quick. This one you can probably still get parts for, but some of these drones, before you know it, you can no longer get parts for it. You know, if you need a specific flight controller and has a USB coming through like a little slot in the frame or something like that, all of a sudden they don't make that flight controller anymore. And in order to make it work, you'd have to really rig it up or whatever. And I like smaller drones and stuff, and that gets very fiddly. You know, trying to. I'm not an expert. I've built a lot of them, but I'm not an expert. That's very frustrating. I don't like the way they did this thing. You know, I should have tie wrapped it. I knew better. This right here, I should have tie wrapped it, zip tied it somehow to keep that. And the way this is in here, you only have one battery strap. So if you have a camera sitting on top, you don't have much room, you know, for a battery. So the battery strap, it only grabs the front part of the battery. And then, you know, you could try to slip one. There's not any room underneath the Caddx Vista to slide another strap. So that's a problem. And I mean, you could strap one around the whole frame, I guess, you know, around like through this part around there. But then I feel like you'd be, I guess it'd be all right. I don't know. Anyway, that's a shame because that's my favorite little drone. That's a great drone, but looks like I destroyed it. So it can be fixed, but I know the flight controller and Emacs is not cheap. Could probably be, it's probably $100 by now if I can even get one. So that's the end of my drone day. It lasted all of about 5 minutes. And it's too windy to go out and try another one. I don't want to go out and do another one. Um, I got 5 inches, but I got to travel too far out to get those flying without people complaining. And I got Cinewhoops, and they don't fly good in the heavy winds. I could take my Cinelog 35, but I mean, you know, just for fun and just zipping around, those are really, I use them more for if I really want to film something I think is cool. And that time hasn't come yet because it's been winter, and we're actually getting kind of a decent day here in March. But in March, when you get a decent day, it's always really windy. So you really don't get a lot of good times to fly in Missouri with small drones. So um, that's going to be the end of the day. Stay upright, my friends.